Yo, what is going on today, guys? So it is like 10 in the morning. I got the fresh cut too. It's been like a few days since I got it, but still fresh, you know. But it's like 10 in the morning. I'm out right now because I have to go to a Walgreens to pick up a notebook. I'm gonna get a notebook because I need to I need something to write. So I have two notebooks already, but they serve different purposes at the moment, so I can't really use them for the purpose that I want this third one for. First one I have is my goals notebook, where I just write down my goals every day in the present tense, as if they are already, you know, accomplished. So for example, if I like if one of my goals was to, I don't know, weigh a certain amount of pounds, I would say, instead of saying I will weigh, you know, X amount of pounds, I say I weigh X amount of pounds, because you want to have them in the present tense. The reason you want to write them in the present tense is because it programs your subconscious mind into making them a reality, right? So once you do that, the rest is history, bro. I've been using that method for almost a year now, and it's helped me a ton. I started writing down my goals every day in December of 2019. Today's November 1st, so it's almost been a full year, and I've overachieved this year. I do think I could have done a lot more, but I still have overachieved, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And I attribute a lot of it to that right there, just writing them down every day. So yeah, that's one of my notebooks. The other one is a gratitude notebook, where I actually just started doing this not too long ago. I'm on like day 50 something, so it hasn't even been like 2 months, but basically I have it where I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for every day. I usually do it after I write down the goals, but 5 things I'm grateful for, and I write it with my left hand, which is very hard because I'm a right-handed person, but I write it with my left hand. So yeah, just 5 things that I'm grateful for. It's just to, I don't know, it's just a positive thing to do. Helps you feel better about yourself, because it's impossible for you to experience negative feelings and positive feelings at the same time. So if you're feeling down about something, as soon as you start to feel grateful about something, those negative feelings will be wiped away and they'll be erased, because you cannot feel both at the same time. It's not possible. So yeah, that's my second notebook. Then the third one, which I'm about to go buy right now, is gonna be like, I guess, a problem solving notebook, because, you know, I've been listening to a lot of seminars. I mean, I've always listened to a ton of seminars and like speeches, like not just motivational, but like actually like learning something, because there's a difference between you learning something and you being motivated by someone. Like, someone could teach you something, but then someone could also motivate you, and I listen to a mixture of both. So like, if I need motivation for something, I listen to motivation, but if I want to learn something about life, then I'll listen to something about that. So yeah, there's a difference between being like someone who's a motivational speaker and then someone who's like a teacher. I've been listening to these seminars and these speeches that are teaching me something, because you always want to take in more knowledge, you know. Audio learning is a great way to learn and to pick up new information, because you can listen to things like that while you're doing so many things, while you're out and about, traveling, walking, doing anything. And one of those speakers, or the speaker that I've been listening to a lot lately, his name is Tracy. Now, I had been listening to him ever since I really started like trying to improve my life, which has been about a year and a half ago. So I always knew him and I would listen to his stuff, but recently, like over the past week or so, I really been like heavy into his stuff and trying to find out more, because as I was listening to one of his things, I was like, man, this guy's really insightful. Like, he's really like a great, like, he knows what he's talking about, like, and he has so many like stories, like so many like things that you gotta listen to him. You gotta listen to him to understand. So Tracy, I would highly recommend. He's a self-made millionaire. He studied self-made millionaires himself, and you know, he was broke and poor and all that, and he began asking himself the question, what differentiates successful people from non-successful people? And then he went out to study them, and he found out about a lot of information that is very useful, and then he just shares all that information with the world. And one of the things that he was talking about is how successful people look at problems, looking at problems as a positive thing, and not being discouraged in the face of adversity. Man, bro, got the lady looking at me, bro. This is why I don't like holding this stuff in public. This dude start looking at me like, yo, what's wrong with this guy, man? Recording and stuff, man. This stuff is crazy, bro. But anyways, so yeah, he that's one of the things he was talking about, like how successful people look at their problems and how like diligent they are in trying to solve a problem and the steps that they take in trying to solve a problem. And I want to incorporate that too. Like, there's a lot of things that I do that successful people do, but there's also some things that I could do better. And one of those things that I could do better is the process of solving a problem. You know, instead of just thinking about it intensely, I should write it down. Write down all the potential solutions. Write everything down. The more stuff you write down, you know, the more ideas that get flowing, and the better probability that you have of coming across a solution that really is gonna transform everything. It's gonna change the whole situation. My main problem right now is the state of the channel, where it's come to a halt and the growth has stopped. And I want to write down exactly what I can do to fix that. I want to write down all the potential solutions, and I really want to get my mind working. Instead of just thinking about it, I want to just write it down, because I have been thinking about it a lot, obviously, but I also want to write it down just to have it there, like physically, you know, because I feel like that's going to help a lot. We do have the PS5 coming out soon, so maybe that could be the solution to my problems, you know, with the PS5 coming out and all that, and the surge that is expected from all creators. But I don't really want to rely on that. I want to get started now and see what I can do now. And even if the PS5 doesn't help out much, then I can still go to my notebook and write down more solutions. So that's the idea there, and that's why I want to get this notebook. I just need one. That's gonna be my third one, man. Writing in those things all the time, always writing in those notebooks, man. I'm telling you, bro, you gotta get on this stuff, man. This is what differentiates someone who lives, you know, uncomfortably from someone who achieves all their dreams, has everything they want in life. They do certain things in a certain way. You don't get rich by doing certain things. You get rich by doing certain things in a certain way. That's from the book The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Was it someone asked me in stream to I guess provide more quotes from some of the books I read? So there you go. You got one. You don't get rich by doing certain things. You get rich by doing things in a certain way. Okay, so there you go. You got a quote right there. I'm gonna try to incorporate one. Maybe I could like do one for each vlog. I know a lot of them off the top of my head, because I reread these things so many times, and I listen to these videos like over and over and over again. Say, well, what's the point in you reading something over or listening to something over? The more I read something, the better understanding I get of it. The more I listen to something, the more understanding I gain of it. And let's say I'm listening to a speaker teach me about something. Like, he can say something that resonates with me, and while I'm listening to that audio or to that speech, that idea that he said, like, I really like it, and so I'm starting to think about it, and then I lose focus from what he's saying. He might say something else that's important, so I need to listen to it over and over again so I can make sure I capture those ideas after they come, because they come rapid fire. That's one reason. And I just want to gain a better understanding. The books, why would I reread books over and over again? Because there's this quote, and here's another one. I don't know if I've ever said this on this channel, but I don't know, I'm just gonna say it. When you read a good book the second time, you don't see something in it you didn't see before. You see something in yourself that wasn't there before. Okay, understand that right now. So the more I read books, the more I understand about myself, and the more successful I will become. I'm gonna end over the vlog right here. I'm almost here at the Walgreens. I don't want to like go inside holding this stuff up and draw so much attention to myself, so I'm just gonna end it right here. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you learned something nice. Hope you you know, this influenced you in a positive way, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.